discussion and possible action to approve resolution number 2024-0920, accepting claim number 215375-1 for wind damage at the City of Mangum's Airport Hangar number 9 in the amount of $6,072.86 and transferring to the airport's capital improvement fund, amending the FY 2024-25.
So we had that storm like a month ago, I believe, and it did the damage out of the airport. And so we've got the bids, we had to have bids to get that fixed. So they're sealed in front of you.
Do we need to open those now?
Yes.
Is it a metal roof out there?
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Insanely different.
Yes, that's what caught my attention.
Like, this is double.
Well, not double, but it's.
Well, almost.
A significant amount. So that raised the question of the lower one there.
Yeah.
Are they, what's the scoop? So I called the place to kind of ask about their reputation. And they're in here all the time getting materials. They're probably a pretty reputable company. I mean, the dude that came out was real nice. That's kind of, that, I did draw attention to that much difference.
Did we verify that they're bonded and insured?
He met with them,
didn't
Steve,
know.
or, sorry.
That would be my only thing. I would be making
I
sure.
would say they probably are, because, I mean, they're doing work all over them.
Well, see, that's been the big, and the only reason I asked that is because my sister just had a roof put on. I know it's a house, but it's different. But they've had several people, anybody that's coming back with a significantly different bid, the insurance companies are like, we need their license and bonding number, because they've had a bunch of companies come in and they're just taking people's money and not finishing jobs. So.
I didn't ask that.
I wonder, can we call? Can we try to see if somebody will answer?
Yeah.
Just, I mean,
You
that
wanna
should
call
be an
them,
easy
Gordon?
question. They should be able to tell us.
They've got Gordon on speed dial.
Okay. And if they are insurance and bonded, ask them if they'll just send you
Yeah.
verification.
So we don't really need that to do item 1 though, do we?
Or we have to pick a bid.
Oh, I thought that was item 2.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to get it okay this evening, so. I don't
Well,
know.
the first one is us accepting the check.
I don't know how.
Well, we can go ahead. We can go ahead with that,
Go
Jackie,
ahead,
if
go
you
ahead.
want. See if he can even get, I mean, it's after 5, so we may not even answer.
Okay, so we need a,
A motion to approve to accept the insurance check for 6072.89 or 86. I'll make a motion.
second.
I'll second. Huckabee.
Yes.
Peterson.
Yes.
Chapman.
Yes.
All right. Do we want to skip ahead to item 3? Is that all right while he's working on that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, item 3, discussion and possible action to accept the best financial bid with Mangum's local banks for the purchase of a roll-off truck previously budgeted in 2024-25 fiscal year for an estimated cost of $234,000 plus possible loan fees. So the cheapest interest is Great Plains, right?
Correct.
Are there any other fees that we need to know about with any of them?
They included the extra fee. One was, $150, I believe.
File and docking fees.
Yes, and then the other one was a bit higher. And then we got an updated bid yesterday. And that was a $500 fee, but I still think that Great Plains was the
The
cheapest.
best.
Yes, which is where we currently bank.
Okay. All right, any questions about that, or are we ready to purchase the roll-off truck?
It's ready when we're, I mean, he found the one
Mhm.
that we've already discussed before, but we had it in our budget. But then we've got that project coming up, or currently being worked on, that we just wanna be in safe mode with, so.
So are we waiting to do
But
the
if we
roll-off?
don't approve the truck, we have to stop all of what we've been doing up until this point, right?
Yeah.
As far as code enforcement, because of the cost of having to haul it all
Right.
out, doesn't happen.
And so that's what I guess my question was, is are you recommending that we go ahead and go through with this?
I would suggest that we
Mhm.
do, only because we have the extra funds right now to be able to pay back a monthly payment. And after the water meter project is completed,
Mhm.
then we can just pay it off
If that's
with
there.
what we
Gotcha.
already had approved on during budget time.
Where are we at on the water project?
I think we're on our third, or is it the third route? I think we're on our third route.
Well, they've kind of skipped around on some of them a little bit. Yeah,
We're on our third.
they did finally, like, I think they got another crew in here that's
Yeah.
working a little bit faster and getting a few more per day done.
I met with them at the conference. Me and Cody actually talked with, the engineers and the people that we hired to install the meters. And we told them the problems that we were having. They have been down here, they have taken care of it. It has ran a lot smoother than the
Yeah.
beginning. So if we keep going this way, we'll be okay, but just, for emergencies, we don't wanna,
Right, good thinking.
As far as percentage done, are we 30%, 40%?
No,
I
definitely not. No, we've got almost 2,000 meters in this town and 4 people working on it.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a while. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a while. They said it was gonna take, what,
I
16
don't know what
to...
the original,
They told us the weeks when they came down, it was gonna be, it's gonna be a lengthy project. It's not, there's no way it's gonna be done in 4 or 5 months.
Well, and it's technology. Technology's
Yeah.
faulty, as we found out, so that some of them they may be doing more than once.
Right, and I think even you, Commissioner Peterson, had a problem with it
Correct,
and
yeah.
experienced that we might, if we had to purchase another meter on our own, it would be $500 a meter, is why we're going the route of trying to get a loan
Mhm.
instead of using that 220,000 or whatever we had budgeted before, just in case we have something come up.
I think it's a good idea too.
We don't wanna put ourselves in a situation, but, like I was saying, we have the extra, things are gonna change October the 1st, so we have the money,
Yeah.
either way, we have the money,
Well, we don't have any financial debt right now
No.
anyways either, so.
no, all of our loans are paid.
And
When I
that's-
went in as city clerk, I paid off everything that we had left,
Good.
so.
And we have that extra money from the dispatch coming October, right?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
So
October
we'll
the 1st,
have
we'll
that
have the money to
extra.
pay that. I'm saying in about 6 months, when this project
We'll
is
know
kind of
more.
completed and done, we can pay back this loan in full.
But
I
it's a
just don't
60
wanna
month,
get
I
our-
mean, it's not like it's crazy either.
Yeah, it's not like it's
So-
a 10-year loan.
Did you say we have no debt?
No, we paid off the loan. Well, we've got a $600, what is it, like OMPA, $600, and I think that ends in November.
So, Alusty does this occasionally as well. And the reason why is because the town of Alusty does not have any debt either. But if you have debt, it gives you more points for application of grants.
Right.
Because if you say that, hey, I got debt,
Yep.
you're more likely to get the grant. But if you have zero debt, then the end of it, then the
They
grant.
assume you have
is-
the money to pay it.
Yes.
Correct.
So strategically speaking, in order to you to get points towards grants, it's good to carry some debt as a town.
Well, that's why when Larry was in here, we were talking about the theater, and he was
Yeah.
gonna do that loan because we didn't have any, and that's what they had said, so.
We have like a $600 OMPA loan right now, that's it, and the last payment is in November though. The big one that we had before, I paid that off when I went in as the city clerk.
So
So-
financially, it wouldn't, I mean, you're not gonna be seeing anything.
It's
No.
gonna save us money, cause I don't know if you remember Steve was saying it's
Same.
$1,500 just to have them come and pick it up, that's not, dumping fees, that's not anything with our own, that'll save us that, so the payment, what did it say, 4,300 a month, and he said we'd be saving roughly about 7,500 a month from what they're spending right now, so we're still gaining.
And
money from
what
that.
about the lagoon grant? Have we got that money?
Yes.
We've already
that's-
got it in hand.
That's going on the next agenda, right after this one, on the MUA side.
Okay, so,
I'll make a motion to approve the best interest rate.
I'm not
loan.
done yet.
Hmm? You're not done yet?
I'm not
Oh.
done yet.
Okay.
The last
Go.
meeting, Steve said he'd already spent about $16,000, and he's only got about 20. So he's got $4,000 left to,
In that particular budget, in the code enforcement budget, because everything is separated. But yes, it's costly. We knew it was gonna be costly, code enforcement.
yeah. How many structures has he tore down?
What did he say? 5, 6?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think he said he was finishing up 6th or 7th when we were talking to him the last time.
It's the most we've had in years.
I was gonna say, that's probably most houses have been torn down in Mangum in probably the last 10 years or better.
So what would happen if we waited until we got a little bit further into the water project to see where we're at, as far as financially?
We would just have to stop doing what we're doing outside of the code enforcement. It would still cost us more to have, go out and find somebody to do the work for us. Either way, I'm okay either way. You guys are the commissioners, so you decide what we need to get done financially.
Is there any drawbacks to doing this, Corey?
Well, again, if you carry a little bit of debt, that's gonna help you when you apply for grants. Obviously, we're gonna try to apply for grants every year, so any points that you can add towards getting that is gonna be a huge benefit. This for, this is, several other towns are going this direction as well, because when you are like us and you're dependent on a third party like Waste Connections or Veterans or whoever your waste collection services is, you're limited, you're paying for the roll-offs, you're paying for all that. So and you're dependent on their availability, so having your own roll-off truck, you could do a lot more like cleanup activities, right? So I think under the Waste Connection contract, we only get like 1 or 2 free roll-offs a year. So by basically providing us another source of that, I mean, that's, like, for example, the town of Blair, that's what they did. They bought their own roll-offs and they got it set up. And for people that have big bulk items, I know we have that, but it's just easier to keep the town clean. It gives another avenue to keep the town from getting junked up, I guess.
Well, and Steve also said he'll find out the amount, but like the roll-offs that they pick up at the waste that's on the outside, not their normal pickup, but the extra ones we have, he said we can haul those to Altus ourselves because we have our own boxes. So he's like, if they start dumping in that and we haul it, that'll save money down, those 3 that they have down there, he said we won't have to do that either.
So we can actually
So-
move their boxes?
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we won't have to pay for them to come and pick them up and haul them. I mean, we still have to pay for waste, that's never gonna go away, but we won't have to pay them to move them
It
for
just
us anymore.
gives us a lot more autonomy, it gives us a lot more options, it gives us a lot more freedom, and again, it gives us another avenue to get
Better
trash
grants.
out of town.
I mean, I agree, we need the truck.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
And
about
it
that.
gives
I
us
just
points
didn't know
towards
this
the
was
grant.
The best way to go about it.
I think if it's gonna save us money and we got that, like she said.
All that equipment benefits us long-term, and it benefits other departments too, I feel like, that's the biggest thing. And code enforcement hasn't been done in so long, that's what, like, roads, water lines, dilapidated houses are our three biggest complaints. We've gotta have it to fix, if we don't have the equipment, we can't afford to fix those areas, we just can't. Paying somebody else we'll get a couple things done a year, but that's as far as that's gonna go.
You know, it's.
And we're at theirs, we have to, you know, wait for their schedules.
Yeah, and when it was contracted out, we did a lot less, and it cost us
Twice as much.
2 or 3 times as much. I think it was about 3 times as much.
Well, my motion stands.
Do we have a second or more questions? Second, anyone?
I'll second.
Vote.
Huckabee,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Chapman.
No.
Do we need to do anything further on that?
No.
Okay. Ben, thank you, for a great rate.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Appreciate you guys' business and, just, appreciate you guys. Thank y'all.
Yeah. All right, back to item 2.
Did we,
I talked to him, it'll be Monday before I get anything from him, just, Friday after 5.
So can we make a motion for them to make the executive decision once we have
Yeah.
proof of?
That's what I was thinking.
You can make your motion contingent on bonding or.
Okay.
Okay, let's do that.
So, yeah, I'll make a motion to approve contingent on proof of, insurance and bonding licenses.
For
Second.
you and him,
Mm-hmm. Well, either, they both need to be verified, I'm assuming at $8,500, he better be insured, but that don't mean he is. So, either.
He has a commercial license. so-
That'll be y'all's decision based off if they're insurance and bonded, you guys can make that decision. So we have a motion in a second. You second?
Vote.
Huckabee,
yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Chapman.
Yes.
All right, motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Vote.
Huckabee,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Chapman.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to the MUA.